You wanna smile? Hey guys, so today I'm here doing a special video because I'm here with my brother Gabriel, and I actually convinced him to read a book over the March break, which is called The Maze Runner by James Dashner. You should lift it when I say it.
Okay.
We are going to be discussing our thoughts on the book and just talking about the characters and the plot. This is going to be a spoiler-free discussion, so we're not going to talk about what happens in the book. It's just going to be brother and sister talking about a book they both liked. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and we're going to get started. So I'm going to talk about what it's about, and then Gabriel's going to come in and talk about his thoughts and opinions on it, and maybe I'll add in some things afterwards too. So basically, The Maze Runner by James Dashner is about a boy named Thomas who is in an elevator being lifted into a place he has no idea about. He doesn't remember anything about his past life except his first name. So he wakes up and he realizes he's in a new world called the Glade. It's an alternate world where all these boys have been brought into it unexpectedly and for an unknown reason, and there's something called the maze within the world that is something they need to solve, or there's something that's there that they need to solve in order to get out of this world called the Glade. It's kind of a sci-fi action thriller sort of story, and the group of boys in it are around the ages of
15 to 18.
15 to 18, so
10 to 18 actually.
Yes, I totally forgot about that. It's a really, really cool book filled with awesome plot twists and a really cool plot. So, Gabriel, what did you think of it?
First of all, I don't read at all. I never read, I never want to read. Even when I do have to read for an assignment, I usually get to halfway through the book and then figure out a way to kind of pass the test, and that's how I do it.
Spark notes.
So, I kind of really slowly enjoyed this book. Like at first I didn't like it. I didn't like the characters that I was meeting. I didn't like the way they were talking. But as you read the book, you start to really enjoy the characters that they give you and enjoy how they speak. You really grow to love the characters in the book.
So why I think this book is so good from people not only for my age but also Gabriel's age. He is 15, but I think this book is good for 13-year-olds and above because the characters are from that age group, and as a reader you can relate to them. And even though I'm not the same age, you can really relate to the characters because the main character, Thomas, is really just nice. He's relatable. You root for him because, you know, he is the lead character and he's going through a lot in this story. You just want him to be safe and happy.
You want him to be the hero. You want him
to
to succeed, and you want him to find the way out of the Glade. It's really a guy's book, but it doesn't mean a girl can't read it. I think guys will definitely enjoy this book because it tells a story of struggle for guys in a very harsh place. Ooh. Struggle, right? It has some rough environments in it and makes you really feel for the characters and the guy, especially you can relate to them.
Well, yeah, since I've read it, it shows that both a girl and a guy can read it. I really enjoyed it. When I read it, it was about 3 years ago, and it really got me into reading more because I got to learn how a fictional world can really come to life. And James Dashner is a phenomenal author.
Yeah, good job, man. You got me to read.
A lot of kids his age just think reading is this dreadful thing that they have to do for school, and they don't realize it's something you can actually enjoy doing.
You got me sweating over this book. I wanted to get to the next chapter every time. You got me sweating.
He cooked in front of the stove while he was reading.
I was making breakfast and I was reading while making breakfast, and I wanted to finish this.
Yeah,
it was
so
awesome.
For those of you out there who don't read and don't think you can read, I think this is one of the books that can get you into it. You know, not everyone may love this book, but I feel like the majority of you will. Okay, so we're going to talk about the characters a little bit. So as I said, there's a world called the Glade. There's a maze within it, and our main character, Thomas, doesn't really know much about this. He just got in there and he meets a bunch of new characters who become his friends. So who are your favorite characters? Well,
first of all, every boy dropped into the Glade has no memory or nothing, no recollection of how they got there. All I know is just their name. I don't know who it would be. I think Newt. Newt would probably be my favorite character. Newt would probably, yeah. So Newt would probably be my favorite character just because he's the leader of the Glade. He's the leader of all the boys in there, and it shows a lot that one guy can lead a bunch of guys. Like, that's pretty hard to do. I think most guys are pretty competitive and they all want to be the leader. So it shows a lot that he overcame that and decided to take over Glade.
Well, the thing about all the characters in this book, I find you like them for different reasons, and it's hard to pick one because you like another one for a different reason. So I like Thomas because obviously he's the he's the point of view, he's our main character, but there's all these other surrounding characters who really add to the whole story and give different personalities. Gabriel is just discovering the whole idea of a fictional character, so it was really cool to see him so into it and so attached to the characters, especially near the end of the book. You know, things happen, and it was nice to see him all strung out over it.
Also, the author did a really good job of developing the characters and showing how they evolve throughout the story.
Character development.
From the books I've read, they just focus on like a couple characters and they shout out all the rest of the characters, and this book does a really good job at including every character into almost everything and showing how they change throughout the story.
Gummy. One of my favorite things about the book is the actual concept. The whole world that James Dashner creates is so cool. It makes you so intrigued to keep reading, and especially the whole maze aspect, because there's things included within the maze that are really creepy.
Yeah.
You think you want to read more books like this eventually?
I'm gonna read the entire series and the prequel that comes with this for sure. If there is a guy watching this who doesn't read a book, actually. Just read this book. A guy would really enjoy this book. Like, just read 10 pages a night, even though it's completely nothing, but you will definitely enjoy this book. I enjoyed it after years of not reading, just jumping into this, reading this in a couple days. Whole life not reading. Not reading at all. I absolutely love this book, and I hope you guys will as well. Going ham.
That's the main reason why I wanted Gabriel to be in this video, is to show you guys that the purpose of a book shouldn't be for just one age group. It can go to all these different age groups, and I feel like there's I know a lot of 13 to 15-year-old guys don't watch my videos, but if you are, or if you are a big sister like I am, maybe persuade your little brother to read a book like this, because I think they don't realize how good reading is, and especially The Maze Runner. It's a book that'll totally change their whole perspective on reading. It's something that you just have to experience for yourself, because it's such a cool book. Anything to say?
This is a really good book. It's a really good book.
Yeah.
Thank you, James Dashner, for writing a really good
and
book.
Remember, okay, so I actually tweeted that I had convinced him to read this book, and I said, oh, I convinced my brother to read The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and he actually retweeted my tweet, the author, so I thought that was really cool. I think it was just awesome. I love when authors do that.
I think it's fate that I read this book.
Yeah,
I really
maybe
think
it
it's
is.
fate.
Yeah. No, it was good. Yeah, it was awesome. Okay,
yeah, hold on, let me think.
Oh, sorry.
I think the beginning part.
Did you just chew my book?
No, I'm just putting my teeth on.
What would you give this book at? So what would you give this book out of 5? I think when I read it, I gave it a 5 out of 5, to be honest. So
I would give it a 4 out of 5 from an NH. I would only give it because I didn't enjoy the first couple chapters at first. I felt lost a bit, but I was also intrigued, which would kept me reading, and I'm thankfully happy that I read this book.
I think that was just you discovering reading.
Yeah.
Like, I think
it was mostly just me, because
so
I gave it a 4 out of 5.
do you want to give it a 4.5?
I give it a 4.5.
There you go.
0.5 for my laziness.
Alright guys, so that was my video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more videos with my brother, then just let me know. Maybe the more books he reads, the more he can be included in different types of videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any more requests for videos, please let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Alright, that was perfect. Yeah.